Hello everybody! Welcome back to another video. Bradley and I just got home from our day jobs, as I'll call them, and we just can't catch a break, honestly. There have been a lot of things that have happened that we'll catch you guys up on another story time video, but this is what me and Bradley drive up to. I'll just show you guys. So this is what we came home to. This tree, or it's actually not a tree, it's a limb. It fell from up there area, and of course it decides it wants to crash on our handmade fence that Bradley built on the day that we decided to turn our electrical fencing back on, which is all this wire. Smashed it. I can't believe it. What do you think?
Well, gotta replace the fencing here. Gotta replace the insulators because it ripped this off. I'm not sure exactly how much of it is ripped off yet, but I have to retighten all of these and reinstall some more of these because it ripped them out of the post up top. The hard part is that all of these have been mortised into the wood, so getting it without having these two pieces fixed, because when I installed it I would put one post in, insert the 4, and then slide the next post up to it. But now that they're both fixed, I'm gonna have to find a way to basically make an 8-foot piece of wood slide in when there's only 7'10" clearance.
Yeah, so basically guys, we built each, I say we, but Bradley majority, built each panel, and we started way on that, down there where like the little pool is, worked our way around, and we built panel and then post and then panel and then post so that it would fit like a sandwich, like puzzle pieces, right? So everything is just kind of custom fitted per panel.
It's recessed into here, and on the other end it's recessed in both ways, so getting it back out is not really going to happen without moving the post. So getting it back in is going to be a trick.
Yeah. So this is another obstacle. First, a flat tire on the utility cart,
which I looked today and could not find a replacement tire for it without buying the whole tire, which they didn't have the exact size tire. Either have to buy an odd tire, find that exact tire online, or maybe we could find a tube for the inside of it, but I can't plug it because it's a tube and not the tire itself.
Yeah.
It's like a tube, like a bicycle tire, and when the bicycle tire goes flat, you buy a new tube for the inside of it. So that's just, I don't know, buy a whole new tire, or, I don't know, figure that out too.
Yeah. So you guys came home to a smashed fence. It's really just heartbreaking, honestly, to see something that you've worked really hard on. Did it yourself. We didn't hire this out. We planned it. Bradley put everything in like SketchUp, AutoCAD designed the whole fence, square footage, everything. So it's just heartbreaking when things like this happen. And then, we have other projects we want to work on, and instead we have to keep repairing things, which I know since this is a new channel, you guys don't know a lot about our background of what we've been through for the past year and a half, which we're kicking ourselves for now, not vlogging. But just to give you guys like a Cliff's Notes version, we've had several trees down since we moved here, from hurricanes, freak windstorms. One time a tree fell across our driveway, which I think we might have footage of. I'll insert it if I do while I'm explaining. But it was like, what, 45 seconds after we got home from work, it fell? So literally, if we had gotten home any later, it could have potentially have crushed our cars. Which Brad would have preferred that, and then he could have gotten himself a new truck. But yeah, and then after that happened, before that happened, we got robbed. Our carport got robbed, and several $100s worth of tools was stolen, including our chainsaw, which we needed to cut up the tree that fell in our driveway. So we actually had to go out and purchase a new chainsaw, and before you say anything, our insurance wouldn't cover it because we had a higher deductible for cost savings. So yeah, and it's not really worth filing claims like that on your homeowner's insurance. You need to save that for catastrophic, just so you guys know. But anyways, I just wanted to, I didn't want to start the vlog like this for today, but this is the reality of our homesteading journey right now. You have good days and you have bad days, and apparently today we're gonna have a bad day.
I guess so.
But luckily, from what I can tell, all of the chickens are still in here, which is another funny thing, well, not funny, but ironic thing, is we never let the chickens free range during the day while we're at work. And today we decided to let them free range because Nugget and the babies were gonna get out regardless because the babies are too small. So they were gonna like pop through that chicken wire and welded wire fencing and get out in the yard anyway. So we decided, you know, they've been really good. Let's let them stay in the yard today while we're at work.
Ever since we did the electrical fencing, we had to leave it on for a few days, and we still had a couple of them that managed to get through and jump the fencing, go under it. So when they would get out, we would put them back and we'd set them on top of it and let them get a jolt before we put them back in. And a couple of times of that, and they told the rest, and nobody got out anymore. So now we don't leave the fence on ever, really.
Yeah, and today we decided to turn the fence on because
we've got the adolescent ones, they're not sure of it yet. All the older girls, the full-grown ones, know completely, but the younger ones are getting big enough to where they can probably get out, but not. They've never actually had the fence on since they've been big enough to get out. So we turned it back on for their sake, but
yeah.
Yeah.
So, but as far as I can tell, all the chickens are still here, and the ducks. So, we literally just found this out. So you're witnessing not raw footage because I was actually on the phone with my mom when I first noticed, and then Bradley drove up like a minute after I saw it. So we're still kind of digesting what's happening. But anyways, so I guess in the next couple of vlogs you'll probably see how we are gonna fix this. But don't let this discourage you guys. If you're not already homesteaders, don't let things like this discourage you from getting out there and doing these kind of things on your own. It has given us skills to be able to fix things like this, whereas we would have normally probably would have had to call a fencing company to come fix this. Now we have the skills necessary to handle this. It's just a super bummer. But let's go check on the babies and all the chickens now, and maybe find some kind of silver lining in today. So let's see how everybody's doing. No! Bradley! No. Sorry, Mama. So you guys, I apologize for any like graphic content that this video might have with the baby chick that we found that had drowned while we were at work. But it's a part of homesteading, so we want to be as real and vivid with you guys as we can. So our mistake there was the water in the dish that we have out for the ducks was too deep for a baby chick of that size to be able to push with their legs to push themselves back out of the water if they fell in. And they're curious, so they were on the rim of the water dish and fell in. Water was too deep to be able to get back out. So let this be a learning lesson for everybody that when you have baby chicks or chickens of any size, really make sure that the water level, the deepest water level that they're in, they can still like put their legs down and push themselves back out if they need to. So that's just, I guess today we just might not have a silver lining. It's just a bad day. And hopefully tomorrow will be a better day. But our evening will consist of burying our baby chick that passed away, or that drowned. And it looks like Bradley's going to try to cut up that tree that fell. So I'll let you guys enjoy watching Bradley with a chainsaw. And that'll probably be it for today. So we will hopefully see you guys in a better day tomorrow. Night.
Just another voice out in the crowd. We're so much closer. Just another nicety of chance. This is real, here we are. Let's do this dance. Time standing still again. Words failing me again. Time standing still. Just another fleeting glimpse of hope. So much left to say before we